the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry.
The fact is that, you're not going to be able to start your computer, or you're not going to be able to have a bank account. And if you're cheap and all money now becomes digitized, they can take your money from you whenever they want to. You have no say. You owe us this much money. You owe us this much money. And they just take it out of your digits, So so you have no privacy left. If I don't want to have a cell phone, I can throw it away. If I don't want GPS in my car, I can get rid of it. Once they want to implant you in it, and there's no more money, there's no more cash, and you're in a cashless society, you have to have that machine if you want to buy food, right?
The problem with RFID identification, although you might be able to justify it, say, oh, this way we're going to be able to identify our animals, we're going to be able to identify our pets, we're even going to be able to identify our children if they're kidnapped. The difficulty is, of course, it gives the government the ability to track every individual in America 24 hours a day.
Everyone in the city was installed code. It was a brilliant idea by Dr. Cocteau that an organically bioengineered microchip should be sewn into the skin. Sensors all over the city can zero in on anyone at any time.
In our products, they're talking now about putting SPISH in people so that they can have their medical records and their bank records readily accessible, and that's how it's being sold. But what they're not focusing in on is the possibility that this could be used to control people.
What do you think you're scratching, caveman? You really think we'd let you go without control?
Total control. Total control. And if you're like me or you, and you're protesting what they're doing, they can just turn off your machine. And you have nothing. You can't buy food. You can't do anything. It's total control of the people.
And that's just connected to a database that has your purchasing records, what you do, what
Everything is in there.
What is the end result of either accepting or turning down this wish if it were to become a near necessity of modern life?
This is the mark of the beast.
I think payment is the next frontier. I am on the waiting list for payment. However, I don't think it's for everyone. When you first see it, or when I point it out to people, and you can see my chip right there, it is a little bit, but it is a little weird. But I do think that a lot of people will see use of it for access control, will see use of it for keeping some of their personal details. I know for sure I would eventually get it with my private key in it for my crypto wallet, and that can carry a lot more information with it. So I could do maybe ID verification with it, and I could maybe allow some payments. It's something that you carry that you don't have to carry. It is in you.
This video came up of a girl from Australia showing this microchip that she had installed in her hand.
In her hand?
But in the space between the pointer finger and the thumb, that she doesn't carry around her wallet, she doesn't carry around her ID, she doesn't carry around her keys. She literally doesn't have to carry anything around because this little fish helps her do everything. And when I saw it, I was like, what is this in like a weird advertisement for, like spoofy, spammy thing? And then just because I was super curious, I was like, is there something that I missed? Well,
and there the latest update of humanity.
There is, apparently, because this has been happening since 2017.
Go on, because I don't know what you're talking about. Go ahead.
These little fish, these little microchips, I don't know what I just did to my computer. These little microchips that this woman was referring to have been a thing in Australia since 2017.
Okay. All right,
so
Australia.
It's a technology kind of like the same. You know how we have the technology that has come, that may probably started in 2017 too, where you don't have to swipe your card anymore. There's that little bit on your card that you can just tap. And just like it has we have it on our phones too, to use like Apple Pay and Google Pay and Samsung, whatever, and all the other ways that we can pay with our devices. It's apparently essentially whatever that type of data is, but it's stored in your hand. And it's gotten a really big push in the medical field because if something happens to somebody and they don't have, you know, the medical records or their identification on them, it can instantly give somebody all of their medical history.
That's nifty. I can get behind that.
You can? I can't.
I guess. Well, like, you know, I mean, it's weird. I'm not saying like I would want to do it, like, but I understand the reasoning. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get
Like,
it.
to the convenience aspect of it, right?
Yeah,
And
it's just if anything. Yeah.
it even like the ones that they've developed in Australia, like you can get like a lock for your door that works with it. Or you can put like your like bus pass information or like
Yeah,
transit
like
information.
anything that you can put onto like any payment information. I mean, with
Yeah.
you can probably put anything you want. You just have to program it in such a way. Yeah.
Right. So apparently it's not something that like it's only become more of a commercial available thing since 2017, but apparently the first one was implanted back in 1998
In what?
in a
human?
person. Yeah.
How? And for what? 1998. What were we doing? 98 was such. I don't know. What the hell is on on that fish?
I don't know. But apparently it's I mean God knows what they wanted it for back then. But we're talking about a solid 20 years of development